Well, first of all, what happened to us out at the Super Regionals is one of those storybook endings to a tournament when you're so far back. We're in 15th place, and we post a score and climb all the way to third. Uh, Qualifying for the Nationals is something that this program hasn't done since 2006. So you can imagine the elation that we all had when we did finally get the word that we had one of those spots to make it here to this Nationals. But it's just one of those things that it's really hard to describe. It's hard to put in words, really. Yeah, in fact, I thought we were rather loose getting into this, going right up to the point of the tournament. We didn't have any real tough practice schedule or anything. In fact, guys had to go home and work for the most part. But the other thing that I really liked about the team is that, number one, yes, we were loose, but number two, we were confident. These guys really felt, even though going into today, we're 18 shots away from that eighth spot, these guys still thought that maybe there was some magic. So, and it would have taken some magic, but it was one of those attitudinal things that this team had that, again, that's a little bit hard to describe. It's hard to get a team to get into that position, but these guys were there with it. Well, one thing is that they're going to have this for the rest of their life. They made it to the national championship. There's an experience that they may never have at this level again, and they'll be able to tell their children and their grandchildren about it, and I'm sure they will. The other thing about it, and I have to say we're maybe a little disappointing in the finish that we had, but everybody's got to keep perspective on the fact is that we made it here, and there was an awful lot of teams that we had to beat to get here. So no matter how we finish in this tournament, we're still one of the best programs in the country.
Yeah, well, I can remember thinking all day that we really had a chance. And then once we finally got in, everybody finished up. We sat at 300 par for the day, and we were just sitting around waiting and thinking, everybody's going to come in and give us a few shots. And so eventually we kept climbing up the leaderboard, and everybody was getting antsy, and I know my stomach was starting to rot, and I was excited. And eventually, when everything was said and done, we climbed up to third, and so everyone was ecstatic. So we went from thinking that, okay, we might finish fifth, move up a few spots, to third place. So it was phenomenal. It was something, you see on Sports Center almost. So. Right. It's a different atmosphere. It's very professional. It's everybody's here to win, and us included. We wanted to win. Unfortunately, that's not the outcome for us this week. But everybody was in great spirits all week. Everybody had a great time, and it's something that we can take with us, I think, for the rest of our lives and be proud of. So. It's a great experience. It was pretty cool that it was in our backyard, really, 2.5 hours away from Saginaw. So all of our families got to go. We got to spend the week with parents, just tell stories. Everybody had a great week. I wouldn't have changed anything about it, maybe a few scores, but no, I had a great week, and I think the team did too, and that's something we can hold our heads high about. So.
It was an unbelievable experience at Fox Run. We pretty much just, went into the last day, like they said, 15th place, and we were just trying to go shoot a low number and really give the other competitors something to look at. And once we finished up, like Eric said, we waited around for about 6 hours, and guys were coming by as we were sitting there and telling us great round as they were making the turn. So they really knew what we posted out there, and we were all excited about it. And just watching the leaderboard on GolfStat and just watching us climb up the leaderboard slowly and all the way up to third place to make it to this tournament. It was a great experience here as well. The facility is really nice, and they do a great job to provide everything that we need to have a great experience here. And the feeling of being here was just an unbelievable experience, as I said. But we got a lot of support from the alums. I got many texts and phone calls from numbers that I didn't even know saying great job, and a lot of support telling us, don't get caught in the moment, just go out and play your game and, prove what you can do. And that was really appreciated, and I shared that with the guys. So that was real nice. It was a great experience here. I'm really proud to have made it here with the guys. Over the last 4 years, they have become like family to me, and it's really sad to know that I'm leaving and that I'm finished up my career here, but I'm happy that I did it at Saginaw Valley and with all the guys on the team. Friendships that'll last forever, and I'm just proud to be a Cardinal.